verse 12. And because of iniquity shall abound, love of many shall wax cold. This is the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, with which they lay fury on sore strokes in the time of destruction, that pour out their force and appease the wrath of them that bait. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This also know that in the last days perilous time should come. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. In Shalom Ta'akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom Ta'akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. Say Shalom to Akim out there. And this is a outside lesson for in the news of November 23rd, 2022, on this Wednesday afternoon at 2:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this incident happened yesterday for abcnews.com, and this was reported 46 minutes ago from abcnews.com and msn.com. And the highlight of this news article and read for in the news of November 23rd, 2022, on this Wednesday afternoon. It says Virginia Walmart mass shooting. Live updates, suspect ID and killing of 6 people. And it says, continuing with the news article, it says a man armed with a handgun shot and killed 6 people and injured 6 others in a mass shooting at a Walmart in Virginia, Chattahoochee, Virginia on Tuesday night, according to the police. It says survivor says the gunman walked into a break-in and break room and opened fire. The suspect, a current employee, died as a scene of a apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound, police says. And it says 50 people in the Walmart at the time, motive unknown. At least 50 people were believed to be in the Chesapeake, Virginia Walmart when the gunman opened fire Tuesday night. It says police said authorities are still investigating a motive, are looking into the background of the suspect, 31-year-old Andre Ben, I believe it's a so-called black man who did that, from the tribe of Judah. It says according to the police, a search warrant has been executed at a Bing house. Police said Bing, who died at the store of a apparent self-afflicted gunshot wound, wasn't wearing a vest, any type of armor or bulletproof vest, the authorities said. And it says police said they were trying to count anyone who may have been at the store witnessed the incident. It says the fled prior to police arrival. Anyone information is urged to contact. It says the Walmart is expected to be closed several days, police says. And they said the suspect, the gunman didn't say anything, just started shooting. Walmart employee Rihanna Taylor said she was with her co-workers in a break room around 10 p.m. when the gunfight broke out. It says my manager just opened the door and just opened fire. Taylor told the ABC News he wasn't aiming at anybody specifically. He would just literally just start shooting throughout the entire break room. I watched multiple people drop down to the floor, whether they were trying to duck for cover or they were hit. And it says Taylor says the gunman looked directly at her and fired, but quickly missed her head by an inch or two. Damn. It says he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything at all. She said he just came around the corner to start shooting. The first person that was in eyesight, he shot them down. So we're gonna read the rest of all that. So yeah, these are the signs of times that we are definitely living in. So these things are definitely going to increase. That's why I brought out the scripture, Ecclesiasticus 39:28, that our spirits that we created for vengeance, and Matthew 24:12, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many are waxing cold, right? Because you're seeing an increase of love of many are waxing cold out here in these latter days, Let's see, I think it was another news article as well, too. Let's see. This was another one as well too. Oh yeah, I seen this earlier today as well too. That shows you what current times that we are living in. It says I believe this was another guy. He was another employee as well too at a different job, and this was in the California area region, I believe. And I highlight this news article from CBSNews.com from San Francisco Bay Area. And it's updated November the 23rd, 2022 at 9:19 a.m. from CBS San Francisco. And the highlight of this news article, and it reads, a disgruntled ex-employee arrested in a drive-by shooting targeting Pablo Asta restaurant. And it says 32-year-old San Jose man was arrested Tuesday. Salakia had paused that. It says Stanford, California. A 32-year-old San Jose man was arrested Tuesday for allegedly firing at least 2 rounds during a drive-by shooting aiming at his former workplace, Fleming Prime Steakhouse in the Stanford Shopping Center. And it says Pablo police said it says information for a witness and others eventually led into the arrest of the suspect. His name is Zachary Michael Jimber of San Jose, facing felony charges of attempted murder and shooting at an occupied building. Read a little bit more of it. It says Ginsburg was a former employee of the Flynn Prime Steakhouse, which was struck by at least one of those rounds. It says, according to the investigators, police dispatch receiving a call from a Fleming's employee reported that the building has been struck by a bullet at about 4:25 on Monday. It says officers responded immediately, confronting at a large plate glass window near the front door and been struck by gunfire. And it says the restaurant was open for business at the time and customers were inside. Fortunately, no one was injured. And it says investigating and revealed the two bullet casings from a handgun was found on the east side of the 100 block of El Camino Real. Investigators also located an occupied parked vehicle near the restaurant that have also been struck by a handgun round. And it says police located a witness reporting seeing a suspect handgun with the driver's windows of a black Chevy Camaro that has headed northbound of the El Camino Real in front of the restaurant. It says Ginsburg, an ex-employee, has recently been sending threatening text messages of his former supervisor as a result of a work conflict. And it says on Tuesday, detectives obtained a warrant West Ginsburg without an incident of the 2600 block of Augustine Drive in Santa Clara. Police also processed It says police also processed his car, a black 2018 Chevrolet Camaro, for the evidence. And it says details then served a search warrant at the suspect's home in the 300 block of Chess Village. Search in the San Jose. It says a recovered firearm, a 9mm unregistered handgun, commonly known as a ghost gun. Police believe was used in the crime. Police believe the suspect was acting alone, and there was no evidence that anyone else was in the vehicle with during the time the suspect, former supervisor, was at work at the restaurant at the time of the shooting. So yeah, these are signs of times that we're living in, you know. Hey, people get disgruntled or at their current jobs, or they might have a dispute, or they might be going through something. Hey, they start just shooting that shit up, you know. And these are the signs of times that we are living in, you know. Cause I think last week I did a video on this when I was out here last Saturday at the camp a couple hours ago. In the Saturday evening, I did a video, walk and talk video about, you know, the love of many are going to wax cold in the latter days, and that's what we're seeing. You're going to see continuing increase of the love of many are waxing cold out here in these last days, because the love of many are going to wax cold, you know. And I'm going to look up the definition of iniquity, you know, for this, make things edifying. Iniquity. The definition of iniquity is a noun, immoral or grossly unfair behavior. It's a similar wickedness or sinfulness, right? Because the scripture says, the love of many are shall wax cold. You know, in the last days, it's going to be a continual immoral, grossly unfair, unruly behavior of these people out here in their spirit of vengeance, you know. If it's our people doing that, or the other nations as well too, or around the world as well too. So you're seeing these things are building up and increasing. The love of many are waxing cold in the latter days, you know. And let's see. I'm gonna go back to Ecclesiasticus, bring that out again as well too. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna look up a definition of Paris as well too. And a definition of perilous is an adjective full of danger or risk. Right, exposed to imminent risk of disaster or ruin. Right, because these are the times we live in. We are living in these increasing risky, dangerous times. You know, we're living in serious, dangerous, perilous times. Especially what's going on in the world, what the wars and rumors of wars. You know, the uproars and the people in the world. You know, disgressive nations, which that's in the book of Luke 21 and 25, I believe. So hey, we seeing it upon the earth, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring that out as well too. Right, because you got discretion upon the nations that's in these countries, cities, and states. And this is Salaki. Go to verse 25. This is go to verse 20. You left your figure 25. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be a sign in the sun and in the moon upon the earth, disgressive nations for perplexity, and the seas of rain born. Right, because that's what we're seeing, disgressive nations with the uprisings and the uproars and the people of the world. What you're seeing, what's going on over there in Iran. You're seeing what's going on over there in the Middle East with these different nations going at it with one another. You see what's going on here in the United States. The love of many are waxing cold against one another. the progressive nations within this nation, within the United States. So we see these things increasing in the latter days. We're going to continue to see more of this. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying through the Spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Hawaii Outshot. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four points of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and above.